What's up, everybody? It's your boy Stevie the Black. It's STEVEE the Black. I'm back, and I'm here to give you another pay-per-view review today. Clash of Champions, very first Raw pay-per-view. Was it better than Backlash? Was it worse than Backlash? We'll have to see as I break down each match, except for one, because I missed it, but it's okay. And at the end of the video, I will give you my opinion on whether or not I believe Raw's pay-per-view Clash of Champions was better than Backlash. Alright, so here we go. Alicia Fox taking on Nia Jax. Who won? It was Nia Jax, as we all predicted. This one, though, was a little bit more physical. It was a little bit more of a match each time, and I think that's good that you started doing that with Braun Strowman and Nia Jax. You start giving them all in more matches, and you start giving them all in more matches, and you start building, making them look like more human and less of a monster. Because obviously this is gonna build into something for them. I'm guessing Braun for the U.S. title, and obviously Nia Jax for the Divas Championship or Women's Championship. I'm sorry. So to have them both, start to be in normal matches and not be one-sided, I think it's better. But obviously, so I gave it a C+. It was alright. But, I wasn't watching. I was too busy watching the Eagles dominate the Steelers yesterday. And that took away my attention from the WWE for about up until Cesaro versus Sheamus, which is about an hour into the pay-per-view, really. It took me away for a little while because I enjoyed what I saw yesterday. I mean, it got so bad for the Steelers that they took the game off the TV and took it to another game. That's how bad of a beating they were getting. So I loved it. And for all of you who keep doubting us, keep doubting us. Because when we keep winning, and you're going to have to face the facts that we're legit. And we're on the Wentwagon, baby. But I'm not here to talk about the Eagles today. Oh, no. I'm here to talk about my second love. Well, I'm sorry, my first love, which is WWE. My second love is the Eagles, and my third love is Dragon Ball Z. But let's get into this. All right, so the second match, technically the first, New Day versus Gallagher and Anderson. And the New Day retained. I was so shocked. I really thought that the New Day were going to lose this one. I thought so, but then I watched the video, and someone brought up a great point. I don't remember which video I saw it on, but it was a video that said that the New Day were not that far away from breaking the longest reigning tag team championship reign of all time. And I'm thinking, wow, that might be the reason why they haven't lost it yet. There's a thing to be said for them being champions for over 400 days. That's one thing. But then for them not to be that far off from breaking the all-time tag team record. Plus, they're still popular the way they are, and they're still getting a great pop, and people aren't getting tired of them yet. It's like, oh, okay, maybe we can keep it going, So why stop the momentum? Why stop them from not breaking it? As soon as they break it, then they can lose it. Yeah, sure, go ahead. But as for the match itself, again, I didn't see it. Too busy watching Eagles, and actually I was eating dinner at this time, so around the time that we were finished eating dinner, that's when we put it on the pay-per-view. So we got around the end, right when the New Day was able to retain the tag team championships, and I'm happy to say, even though I picked Gallagher and Anderson to win, that the New Day are still tag team champions. So, Alright, next we had, what do we have next? My matches are all out of order here. But next we had, I'll just go down my list. Charlotte versus Bayley versus Sasha Banks, and which has to be the match of the night, really. And I called it. I said, I just don't feel like Charlotte's going to lose the title, because there's really nothing to gain from it, really. Especially with this whole Dana Brooke story they're doing with her right now. There's like no possible way. I don't think it'll be a one-on-one match between her and Sasha Banks at Hell in a Cell, but this whole thing they're doing with Dana Brooke, we'll see. But like I said, I just didn't feel it, and I was right. She ended up winning. The way it ended with the big boot, I mean, I was kind of stupid. I didn't like it, but you know what? It's all right. It's cool. So obviously, with Sasha Banks out of this not being pinned, it gives her opportunity to say, "Hey, I need my one-on-one rematch." So Anyway, like I said, they gave that match an A because obviously I thought it was the best match of the night. Next on my list, we have Chris Jericho versus Sami Zayn. And I wasn't confident with this pick of saying Chris Jericho was going to win, but I called it. See, this is why you need to subscribe to me. This is why you need to listen to me. This is why you need to come to my channel and say, let me listen to what Steve has to say. Because what Steve has to say is, most of the time it comes true. Not sometimes it comes true. Most of the time it comes true. This man said this is going to happen, and that's exactly what happened. It's like, how does he keep picking these things, right? It's just amazing. I am amazing. And I said that Chris Jericho was going to win, and he won. Now, obviously, it sucks to see Sami Zayn lose, and really he doesn't gain anything, and neither does Jericho from winning. But it's like the WWE wants to do the whole Daniel Bryan story or something like that. And so with everything going the way it is, it's like you're really hurting Sami Zayn. The underdog story doesn't work for everyone. I mean, yeah, his thing is the underdog from Undertown or whatever like that. But still, I mean, come on now. Alright, so I gave the match a B. It was nothing to sneeze at. It wasn't like, oh man, that match was awesome. It was alright. So, next, Rusev versus Roman Reigns. I said Roman Reigns was going to win this match, and that is the only match I got wrong. Because I did say in my New Day prediction that my heart says, that my head says that New Day was going to win, and I hope they won, and they did win. But I said that Rusev was going to retain, and I was wrong. Roman Reigns ended up winning, and the fact that the match got so bad, the match wasn't bad itself, but I'm talking about the crowd. The fact that they were literally saying, let's go Roman, Roman sucks. Cena-esque. This man is on his way to being Cena 2.0. And the fact that I've been hearing stuff about WWE has no plans to turn Roman Reigns heel in the future really bothers me, because I really, this man is in my top 5. This man is in my top 5. I really like Roman Reigns. I'm a fan of Roman Reigns. But it's like, I want him to succeed. But it's like, you gotta see the picture. I was rewatching Stone Cold Steve Austin's podcast with Vince McMahon. And Vince McMahon said something interesting. He said that if the audience doesn't believe or a girl or guy, no matter what it is we try to do, then that person's not going to succeed. Obviously, that was just for the podcast, because obviously he doesn't believe that himself, because these people have been booing Roman Reigns, and he's not listening. Obviously, he's not in the main event picture, so he's listening somewhat. And he is the U.S. title champion, which is great and all, and I'm happy for him that he's U.S. champ, but at the same time, it's like they're still booing him. You've got to do something to change him, and I hopefully they can change Roman Reigns, and he can get back in the title picture. But, this crowd these days, man, they're hardcore, and they just don't give nobody a chance. Y'all really don't. Like, y'all need to stop that. Y'all don't give nobody a chance. So, I gave this a C. It was interesting because Lana pulled the ref out of the ring, and that should have been a disqualification, but he said he just kicked her out and let the match continue. I thought that was kind of weird, but you know what? It's what it is what it is. So, Roman Reigns is your new United States champion, boy. Next, we had Cesaro versus Sheamus, and the match was great. It was great. Now, obviously, Cesaro doing that suicide dive and landing on his neck, no more of that. Big E took something similar, I think, a couple weeks ago, and he shouldn't be doing that anymore either. Daniel Bryan had did that, and look where he is now. I don't want Big E or Cesaro or anybody else retiring early because they keep landing on their neck or their head, and they have to retire early. I don't want that. So WWE, let's stop doing that. You said you don't want the cruiserweights doing these moves because you don't want them to get injured or hurt or worse. Then let's stop making the other people do moves like that, because it's just not worth the risk. Okay, would you rather keep your superstars alive and well, or hurt and injured and possibly even worse? So let's think about this here, okay? But besides that, the match was great. Like I said, Cesaro and Sheamus always put on great matches, but the fact that it ended in a draw was kind of interesting. The ref stopped the match after both men flipped over the barricade, and then that was it. So hopefully they don't have an 8 match, because I don't want to see an 8 match, because if you recall, we had 2 matches before, so technically that would be match number 9, and I don't want to see match number 9. I'm tired of seeing matches between these two. These two shouldn't face each other for the next couple of years, because that's how often we see them face each other. Because I'm getting sick and tired of it. But I don't know what's going to happen. Knowing WWE, they'll probably have another match, and then Sheamus will win that match. So, but hopefully Cesaro does. But, you know, we'll see. It's interesting to see where they're going from here. But besides the finish, which was weird, I gave the match a B, because, like I said, they always put on great matches, and I love it when they fight. But again, at the same time, I'm tired of seeing them wrestle. So I would really love it if they don't wrestle anymore. Each other. Next, we had TJ Perkins versus Brian Kendricks. Again, I was still in Eagles mode, so I wasn't really paying attention. Plus, I was cleaning the kitchen around this time, so I wasn't paying that much attention. So, the match was okay for the parts that I did see, and I knew TJ Perkins was going to retain, which he did, which pretty much everyone called. And I think I heard somebody correctly when they say people started cheering for Brian Kendricks. Apparently, TJ Perkins' entrance is awesome. I missed that entrance, so I'm going to have to see it, hopefully tonight on Raw. But other than that, I mean, the match was good for what it was. It was a B. And the fact that this man, like, I knew when these two were hugging and shaking hands, I knew that Brian Kendrick was going to attack him, and he did. That was, like, the most obvious thing of the night. So, you know, other than that, I was like, watch this man about to headbutt him or something like that. And he did. So, you know, I'm not gullible. I know other people are gonna. Some other people probably saw it coming. But you know what? It's what it is, what it is. They probably will have a rematch. I don't know if Brian Kendrick will win that match, but we'll definitely see. So, again, I gave the match a B. And now time to move on to the main event. Kevin Owens taking on Seth Rollins, who is the Universal Champion. And that man is Kevin Owens. Unfortunately, it's not the way we thought it was. Instead of Triple H coming out, we've got Chris Jericho. Now, I was really disappointed by the fact that Chris Jericho came out. That means Triple H was going to come out, which means they really are saving it. The match between Seth Rollins and Triple H for WrestleMania, which is a smart move, but at the same time, I mean, really, with Sunday Night Football, I mean, not last Sunday, not yesterday, because the Cowboys and the Bears, or you knew the Cowboys were going to come in. Come on, you really thought they were going to win? If anyone did, wow. But, so, Rollins and Reigns, it was an okay match for what it was. If there's a best trash talker, it's Kevin Owens. This man was flapping his mouth throughout the whole entire match, man. And it was crazy, but that's just who Kevin Owens is. And we love him for that. But interesting how Stephanie sends the referee out during all that chaos. Then Kevin Owens has to pop up powerbomb, and you saw her face. And if you saw on YouTube or WWE.com, you saw her leaving with Triple H. So, you know, that's going to be interesting. You know, they can run the story of you set him out late on purpose, you know, stuff like that. You could have been set him out after the referee got knocked out or whatever like that. So the storyline between Seth Rollins and the Authority continues. But also, I was going to do a separate video of this, but I might as well do it right now. Seth Rollins has been injured. Apparently, he has a rib injury. Hopefully, it doesn't detain him or affect him, like he won't have to miss a couple of weeks. But if it does, hopefully he gets better soon. And as for Kevin Owens and where he goes from here, I don't know, really. I mean, Sami Zayn, I don't want to see Sami Zayn, because first of all, we know Sami Zayn's not going to win. But second of all, we just saw their feud end, and I don't want to see another match between them, like Cesaro and Sheamus, despite the fact that they both put on great matches when they face each other. So, other than that, that is about it. Overall, I gave Night of Champions a B minus, but I think Backlash definitely has won the pay-per-view war so far, as they've been winning pretty much since the brand split occurred. Backlash was just more exciting and more thrilling and shocking, really, whereas Clash of Champions was just, especially with people trying to calm down after a great Sunday of football. And, you know, so there's that. But other than that, that's about it. So I will catch you guys tomorrow for the Raw review. And if you're not down with that, I've just got 2 words for you. Peace out, bro.